Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I still have to be the cameraman, move everything back. Okay. Murphy's law, however wide your wide angle camera is, still the devotees won't fit in. So, dear devotees, with simultaneous translation into Portuguese and into Russian soon. Hari Gopal Prabhu is preparing. He's in the veranda just next door here. Okay. Are you translating? Okay, that's good news. So everybody needs to select their language. Our language is English. I am speaking English. Okay, so dear devotees, and good to see you. So many immediately straight away. Rasananda, who's seen the long time since I saw you. Good to see you. Hare Krishna. All right, let us begin. And with the camera on, we see your name maybe earlier today or yesterday. Now, camera on. Happen. All right, dear devotees, or Rasananda who sent a message already. From Moscow, I'm glad to see you. Okay, glad to see you too. All right, let us begin. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sahitam Sarvetam Sarutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lavita Shri Vijalam Visanscha Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvije Namaha Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripasindhubhyaeva Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, we have lots of voices here chanting the Vandanam. I hope you were able to perceive that. We have two microphones. The second microphone is near Savitri. And just before we came on air, as it were, and Paramananda Prabhu said, Savitri, today you are going to speak on our behalf. And they all said, Jai. And she's come here from Switzerland. Her dad brought her. She's an old devotee in a young body. And her dad brought her and dropped her off. Her father, very kind man, drove all the way down, came here, and then returned home. Is he here on the Zoom? No. Oh, okay. And there's Sachi Devi and Subhasini.
Yes, Sachi and Subhasini.
Oh, you're in Ireland still, Sachi Devi. Okay, and with Subhasini Devi Dasi. Okay, just before we start, quick question. Subhasini Devi, did Mahayogi Prabhu give a talk yesterday?
No, Maharaj, I wasn't able to host the meeting yesterday. Sorry.
Okay.
So next week, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Good question. I won't look for it if it isn't there. It helps me. All right. So, dear devotees, Udaran Prabhu has kindly given us a theme for today. And he's there with the cat on the roof and the stars in the sky. And there he is, Udaran Prabhu Dandavat, happily seeing you as well as knowing that you're there. And so the theme for today is, I believe, the power of affection. So the power of affection, we know the slogans or the expressions that have come to be used. Beauty over power. Yeah, beauty over power. We know Srila Gurudev expressing that he was bound by affection, bound by the affection of Srila Guru Maharaj. And in our scriptures, means in what Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj have given, then innumerable references to affection, to beauty, to sweetness, our home, the loving land. And really everything in their focus is not about getting out of the terrible place. That comes as a subsidiary to getting connected to the loving pull of the upper world of the Lord, Sri Krishna, and his devotees. So anyhow, we'll have a couple of quotations soon, and the translators that is in the usual URL, there are a couple of quotations there. But first of all, I would also just like to say that here we're having a festival. I'm back in Vila Govinda ashram, and so the festivals are continuing. And they've been having festivals while we've been in Ireland and in London and in the Baltic states. Everywhere where the devotees gather, they are having festivals and joyful gatherings, etc. And just now, then Munindra, Mohan Prabhu, Krishna Kanta Devidasi, Shantimoy, Devidasi, Madhurananda Prabhu, they have arranged maybe a 9-day festival, something like this here in Vila Govinda ashram. So we've joined in with their festivals. And this afternoon, the theme was Kirtan, so we started earlier today, 4 o'clock, 4:30 perhaps, and the theme was Kirtan and Krishna Kanta. So Krishna Kanta, she happily shared very beautiful things with us. She had some time to consider what she'll share with us. And here we have many devotees, and they're cooking for 40 devotees they're cooking for. So with the devotees who are here and visiting, we have a lot of devotees. And so we had a full temple room, and really we could say Krishna Kanta's talk, sharing this afternoon, was all about affection. And guess whose affection? The affection of our dear affection guide, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, and how that power of affection changed her life in a very automatic way, and not only changed it once, but changed it like forever, changed it. And we see that in her activities, in her life, in the life of the devotees here in the ashram, continuing always at a steady attraction to the upper world, making everything successful. So we've already been very much in the affectionate shade of Srila Gurudev and his affectionate drawing, actually over all who are here on the Zoom and who are here in the temple room. And we may be joined by more. They have some serious service to do right now. They're engaged in Prasadam Seva after an afternoon of Hari Kirtan and Krishna Kanta. So this was one thing just wanted to share. And I have something else to share, but it slipped my mind just now. What we can do, though, oh yes, so Jai Srila Gurudev, most affectionate Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, the most affectionate Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. And Jai Srila Prabhupada, the most affectionate Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he Jai. And Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who, when we hear from Srila Guru Maharaj, his compositions about them, we understand, although outwardly very strong, very strong like a lion, very serious personality, inside full of affection for the devotees. So to all of our affectionate, greatest masters, we give our jais. We are so fortunate to be in their current, and we pray that they may accept us and allow us to continue our devotional life in the affectionate association of the devotees. So before Savitri shares a few words, we will give first of all some quotes, and as I mentioned, the translators, they are in our usual URL. And the first one is from the Sermons of the Garden of Devotion, Volume 3. And by the way, Krishna Kantar has translated all 4 sermons, books, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, while she's been in Thailand recently, and she's been like fully focused on this service. And these books will come out in Italian very soon. It's not only translated, but coming out in Italian. So for the Italian devotees, a great wealth. So I'm reading it, yes? Oh yes, I'm reading it. And also our translators have it with the source. So this is Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakok, Srila Deva Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. So, and Western ladies, Western everybody, just accepted this. Guru Maharaj is talking about Indian custom, like traditional custom in India. In the Indian custom, Hindu law gives no rights or position to the females, to the ladies. The whole right is with the men, and nothing is with the women. But by their affection and serving spirit, the women hold the whole respect, the key to all respect. They have the respect of the son and the affection of the husband, and they enjoy like anything. See what an enjoyable life the ladies can have. You see, by the law of the society, externally, no rights have been given to the mother, the wife, or daughter. Yet the ladies hold a peculiar and very venerable position in the eyes of society. Then Srila Guru Maharaj gives a short quote: Pita Rakshita Kaumare Bharta Rakshita Jovane. And saying here, Manu, the giver of the law of the world, explains that during the early age, the father will protect the females. During youth, the husband will protect them. And in old age, the son will protect them. Though externally having no rights, they draw respect from society more than a goddess does. So this we are learning in some ways is, but this Guru Maharaj is explaining. So in a similar way, the potency of Krishna, his servitors, hold such a position in relation to him. They have an external right. No, they have no external right and do not care for any. They are his, but only through the power of affection and loving service they command the whole. The potency aspect of Krishna does not want any right, force, or power, yet they have the subtlemost power, the power of affection, the power of love, the power of service. And that is considered to be the highest power ever known to the world. Give up your legal power or any physical power. The Shakti, the potency, is such that it does not care for that. And then Oh, well, okay. So here's an example from Srila Guru Maharaj. She's saying, the respected Ashutosh Mukherjee was several times wanted by the government, so the Indian government, to go to England. But his mother did not give permission. He therefore told them, my mother does not allow me to go to any foreign country, therefore I cannot go. How about that? Hare Krishna. Should I continue a little? Okay, I've got a yes behind me. There are many examples of a mother controlling her son, taking the feet dust of the mother. The son feels he can do anything and everything. Affection and love have such power, such value. Therefore, Mahaprabhu says, to give this and that to God is self-deception. To give this, that to God is self-deception. Then we think, what? Then Guru Maharaj says, give love. Love of Krishna. Prema is everything. It is all in all. You are spending money and giving your physical energy in so many ways. But love is the real essence of any existence. So offer that to the Lord, and through that come to the plane of love. Come to the plane of love that surrounds him. And actually, I'll just read a little more. There's more here, I know, but just one short paragraph more, not a long reading. God takes the form of Krishna in the plane of love. And that is the most fundamental and the most subtle plane behind all this variegated creation. So come to that plane. Try to penetrate into that plane where God is Krishna and where the paraphernalia is Vrindavan. Anyhow, try to have admission in that plane, and you will find there the happiest form of life. Hare Krishna. And by the way, there is more, but I don't want to make it too long. But Srila Guru Maharaj concludes this section by saying to the devotees who are there with him, because he's talking to devotees, he says, what do you think? Do you think that this is very laudable and tasteful? And the devotees presumably are nodding their heads and saying yes. And then he's saying, our Srila Prabhupada, means Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Our Srila Prabhupada began that mission, and Sripad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj has actually firmly established and propagated it widely. I am growing old, and our generation is almost finished. Now you are all to participate and fully develop what they have begun. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai. I mean, there are so many ways we can see, but Srila Guru Maharaj explaining in this way, on this occasion, about the power of love. All right, so introduction, reading, etc. Finished for the time being. And now we have the promised words from Savitri Devi Dasi. So do clip on the microphone and maybe come a little nearer to the camera, if you could. Anyway, we introduced her. She's from Switzerland, living in Switzerland, schooling in Switzerland, and she's a Hare Krishna devotee. Hare Krishna. Maybe our youngest speaker on the Monday Zoom. So we want to hear what she has to say.
Hare Krishna.
Aha.
I have a question.
Smart young lady.
I Krishna a version like with blue skin, or Kali also has blue skin. Why blue skin? And
Now there's a question. I think this question must be for Sachi Devi. For Sachi Devi and Subhasini Devi. You're consulting with each other. What is your conclusion?
Gurudev, the sound was not good, so no one heard anything properly. Dandavats.
Oh, is my sound good?
It was some interruption. I don't know if it's microphone or internet. Can't say.
Okay, try again.
Okay. I have a question.
Is it okay sound?
Okay. Like, for example, a version of Krishna, like a small, when he was a small boy, or like Kali, they have like blue skin. And why? Why not like us here in the world?
Did you hear the question, Subhasini and Sachi Devi?
The question that she asked, if why Krishna has blue skin?
Yes. Have you been asked that before?
Yes, because it's very beautiful. It's very attractive, and his skin is transcendental blue. So what about that? That is very, very beautiful. What do you say, Subhasini?
Yes, yeah. It's also achintya. There's somewhere I heard that it says achintya, not able. We can't. Yeah, I heard somewhere in the talk or something. It says achintya.
Right. And it's taken to a rain cloud, a monsoon cloud, which actually looks very, very attractive. You know, Subhasini, in India, the dry season, when that first monsoon cloud comes, it's like, oh my goodness, so beautiful. But some description, and we've heard Gurudev describe, I cannot give the exact words, but it is a very, like, effulgent black. Normally we think the black bluish is going to be dark and you know, taking light, but it's a very effulgent blackish bluish, deep blue blackish color. And achintya, yes, we can safely say that. We cannot conceive it. And Sachi Devi, she also gave a beautiful eye because it's so beautiful. Such a skin color, so beautiful. Anybody else has an answer? Devotional answer. Something you've heard or read? Silence from the gathering. Parananbu is behind me here.
I totally agree with Sachi Devi.
Oh,
I mean, we can
our connection is not
have a
good.
blue.
Yes. Are you using the temple internet? You are. Oh, can you put this? Can you put this on the table outside? Just on that table where the sewing machine is. Okay. We have our Paramatma and translator next door, a witness and translator. So just tell me, is our internet still breaking up? Or can you hear me okay, consistently?
Now we hear good.
Okay, we've moved the phone. It was probably having a little trouble inside.
And we saw that Sachi Devi wanted to add something.
Okay, Sachi Devi?
I think, I don't know, it was spontaneously, and I don't know if it's
Louding.
huh?
Louding.
Okay. Say the beauty of Krishna and the bluish cloud it's all beyond much more beautiful and much more dynamic, because we also hear it's all the time changing in beauty, and something what Suvasini says, like it's achintya in its beauty and wonderfulness and affection, and but we know it is very, very beautiful. That's all.
The best. Well, it's the best.
And and Paramananda Prabhu?
Well, as I said, I fully agree with Sachidevi and Suhasini Didi's opinions. They're wonderful. And it reminded me about one talk Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, not a talk, it was an interview in the United States. And he was interviewed by just regular journalists. They're very curious about Hare Krishna movement. And then one of them asked, well, Swamiji, I have a question. Why does your Krishna have 16,108 wives? And then Prabhupada smiled, and then he said, well, the question should have been, why Krishna have only 16,108 wives described in the scriptures? That is the proper conception. So in a similar way, besides all those beautiful things that we're hearing from the devotees' hearts, like Sachidevi, Suhasini Devi, we can also say, why not blue? And if he picks the blue, it will be the best blue there is. The most inconceivable shades of blue. And that also reminded about one incident that myself and Srila Madhusudan Maharaj were in Thailand, and around the farm we have many fields and lots of open land, and then the mountains on the horizon, and we were walking perhaps, and then we saw this beautiful rainy cloud approaching, and inside that cloud were the lightning. So it was a shyam, like shining blue, and then you could see a little bit of golden sometime, and both of us looked and immediately we remembered Krishna. And so how wonderful is that? So we can just look at the rainy cloud and remember him. I mean, Lord have so many different, like with one Leela, so many purposes are fulfilled. So why not blue? And it's a beautiful blue, like Sachidevi said. Yeah.
Okay, that was a question. And
So
so,
now, what about the power of affection?
okay, so now you have a question to answer. You asked a question, so karma, now a question has come to you. So where's Indulekha Devirasi? Huh? Oh, she's there. Hello. Okay, Govinda, Govinda. Indulekha, please ask your question. Savitri is here and we are all here to help her out too.
Dandavad Maharaj, I can I go back to the blue color for a second?
Yes.
I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly, but I heard or I read that like Krishna is black and he's inconceivable and hard to see, but he wears garments the color of lighting, like the lightning, and that is devotion and kind of Srimati Radharani energy. And because of those garments, we can see him. Am I making it up or have somebody? I think I've read
No,
it.
you're not making it up. There's something to do with the contrast between that blackish color, but still that blue-black color, I don't know if I've actually heard that it's difficult to see, and then the garments make it brighter. Any comment?
It's related to it is related to explanation of Gayatri Mantra by Srila Guru Maharaj. He elaborated on that particular aspect in relation to Bharga Devasya. And he's saying that we can perceive of Krishna through the heart of his devotee. And there's this beautiful comparison that Radharani's halo, her bodily lusters of golden color, and Krishna is very dark. And yes, it's difficult to come in connection with Krishna. It's practically impossible to come in connection with Krishna. Am I okay?
Yes.
Impossible to come in connection with Krishna without the grace of the devotee, without a devotee giving Krishna to an aspired practitioner or a person who would like to come close to that reality. So in that sense, the comparison was giving that halo, the halo of divine service, the love, the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani is revealing the beauty and the qualities of Krishna. So that's what I remember. It's still a good answer for you.
And in
now
Lekadidi, you can do some homework for that and share
I will do
us
that.
next time. Yeah.
I will do that.
Okay,
And-
now your question to
Yes.
Savit.
I have a question actually. So we're talking about affection and love and beauty. And what is beauty? That's my question. What is beauty?
I think beauty is only from the inside. It doesn't matter how you look from the outside, and it's only if you do everything with pure intentions. Like here in ashram, if you do everything like properly and everything by your heart, this is beauty.
Indulekha, your feedback?
Very nice, but I don't know, maybe it's too out of there. Like too not practical, but I was thinking like, what is beauty? Like, is it a feeling or is it some kind of harmony? Or like, what is like beauty? What is, how do you explain beauty? Because we worship reality, the beautiful, but I don't even know what beauty is. And I was just thinking about that, and maybe somebody can explain to me what beauty is.
Well, I can suggest that Chinmoy Prabhu will have an answer for us, because really he does constantly absorb himself in hearing Gurudev and Guru Maharaj by putting the subtitles on their videos. And so it's just something that comes to mind, which is going to summarize that, summarize the answer. This is very long, it just needs to be untangled.
Dandava pranam. To everyone, I can speak English. Jai. Well, when we say beauty, the reality, what are we talking about? We're talking about the most fundamental, ecstatic type of reality that in creation of the three worlds. This is Krishna. This is beauty. What he's distributing, who he is, that is beauty. And how do we recognize it? We recognize it through the heart. So it's a soul to soul connection. That is what's beauty. The more that we get in touch with that beauty, which is Krishna, he is distributing that. He's absolute love. He's absolute goodness. He's absolute sweetness to the infinite degree. That's beauty. When we have connection with that beauty, immediately there is some recognition, heart to heart, that we can recognize and say, this is beautiful. So for me, when we say reality, the beautiful, that is Sri Krishna. And when we can recognize Krishna in hearts of other devotees and in his paraphernalia and in the deities, then we can say, ah, this is also beautiful. And then our definition of beautiful changes. Our definition of beauty changes. We can see on the TV, people will tell us, oh, many things are beautiful. Many things on this TV are beautiful. But then when we get the touch of real beauty, which is coming from the transcendental world, from Krishna himself, then we say, yes, this is beauty because it has the most innate and deep connection with the fundamental nature of the jiva soul, who is always searching for ananda, ecstasy. And only absolute beauty can give us that type of ecstasy. So what has pure connection between the soul and the super soul, that type of connection, we can consider that to be beauty. Sure.
And sometimes we hear that such beauty is irresistible. So you won't need anybody like a professional to come and look at the painting and describe why it is beautiful, or, you know, oh, this painting is beautiful, this painting is not beautiful. But Krishna's beauty, the beauty of that painting is irresistible. So irresistible means you won't be able to resist such a pull by the Lord. And Guru Maharaj points out, and if I believe it is in one of the sermons, and if Krishna Kanta was here, she could probably confirm that. Srila Guru Maharaj saying, if once we get a real touch of Krishna and Krishna's beauty, the proof of it will be, we'll have no interest at all in anything of this world. It will all seem like rubbish. It will all seem absolutely useless. So here we have a Sanskrit quote behind me. There's a Sanskrit quote coming out from Paramananda Prabhu.
No, it's the Rupa Goswami's verse, the very famous verse. Everyone heard it. Smaram Bangi Traya Parichitam Sachivistirna Drishtim Vamshinya Satharam Kisalayam Ujvala Chandrakena Govinda Kyam Haritanum Krishna Keshitirtha Pakanta Maprekshishtai Stavayadisa Ke Bangisangus Tiranga. So he's saying, Rupa Goswami is giving a fair warning to everyone. If you value your material life and everything associated with that, friends, loved ones, relatives, possessions, absolutely everything, under no circumstance, go to Keshigat in the middle of the night when the moon is shining very brightly, because a big chance you may see a beautiful form of Shyamsundar, and his body bent in three places. He's holding his flute, and not just holding, and to our dismay, he probably be playing that flute. That will nail it completely. So if you see that beautiful figure of Krishna, Rupa Goswami is saying, bathed in the moonlight at the Keshigat, everything will be lost for you. That is a fair warning. And I think that also expresses the infinite beauty of Krishna. And the beauty is not something we can put in some kind of a box of understanding, a feeling, a perception. It's everything. So that's why somebody asked, some artists ask, because artists, they're dealing with beautiful things. And they're painting Krishna. And ask Srila Swami Maharaj so many times. And, you know, Srila Swami Maharaj is explaining something to them, and then somebody says, but Prabhupada, how do we know? For example, you give so many explanations about how Krishna may look like, but how do we know if we see Krishna one day? And then Prabhupada said, when you see him, you will know. And that's when it comes, the irresistible pull, which Srila Maharaj was just saying, irresistible pull of that, I don't know, beauty is probably a wrong word in this case. It wouldn't do justice to describing that kind of impact of Krishna and his appearance. Anyhow, we're talking about extremely subjective and things from the realm of Achintya that will be revealed at some point. But it's already been revealed in our life. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here right now and having this conversation.
Oh, I think of one thing too. Because Munindra, today, he just mentioned that when first question he asked Gurudev was, you know, why should I give up this material world? It's beautiful. I like going hiking. It's beautiful places to go. My friends are beautiful. And Srila Govinda Maharaj's response was just so perfect for him. He was like, okay, but go to the source. Where is the source of that beauty? And if you go, you trace it back, you'll go back to Krishna. So all beauty, whatever form, even shadow beauty, all that beauty is coming from Krishna. We just need to trace it,
Yeah,
find the
I get,
source.
so it's not like Krishna is attractive because he's beautiful, but it's like beauty is beautiful because it has connection with Krishna.
Yeah, it's one and the same, right? I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, Krishna is who he is. Absolute sweetness, absolute love, absolute infinity of all these qualities and absolute beauty. So whatever is emanating from him, the devotees will see that as beautiful. And everything is emanating from him. So a pure devotee can see that everything is beautiful. Like there's nothing wrong with this world. The highest pure devotees, they see Krishna everywhere, they see beauty everywhere, nothing's wrong with this world. And that is our goal, is to change our vision so we can see that beauty, where that beauty lies, where the original source of that beauty is, which is coming from Krishna. I'm very happy to see Indulekha. I have not seen her a very long time. I'm glad to get your darshan again. Yes. And in Austin, Texas. Very nice, right? Austin.
And by the way, we're seeing you all on a big screen
Yeah.
today, so you're almost life size. You're sitting with us. Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Okay, we have a question from a hidden devotee in the back row. Please try to sit in the camera so that everybody can see you. Because we don't have a mobile, well, actually, the camera's attached. Anyway,
Oh no, literally 2 words. I just thought with this beauty topic, all attractive, and that's Krishna. And Krishna is everything. So that's it. That's all I wanted to add. So like beauty is the all attractive. She's Krishna. So that's all I thought about.
okay, enjoy.
Unmuted, yeah. It's unmuted.
Yes, Subhasini Devi, we can hear you.
No,
Tell us
Sachin
about-
wanted to say something, so I said enough. Yeah, you wanted to say something.
Maharaj, I heard Srila Govinda Maharaj saying, beauty will save the world. And that was also a picture of him in the Gaudiya Darshan that Sripad Devashish Prabhu published. And of course, he also explained beauty in the material world is the most attractive force. Everybody is attracting to beauty. But since it is in the material world, so it is not its essence of spirituality, it will deteriorate, or it is not, is external. So I was first thinking about that, what Gurudev might mean by that. And then when I see the world now in Kali Yuga and in the cities, and we all see that there is something going on. There is a people are not so happy with the state of affairs, so to say, in a mild way. So they're looking for something, and to meet the devotees, the knowledge that the devotees can give to newcomers or people where they talk with, some affections, the knowledge is beautiful. Then they come in the temple is beautiful, the deities are beautiful, the Lord is in his many manifestations, it is all beautiful, the prasadam is beautiful. So I think maybe you have an extra, or Paramananda Prabhu can say something extra. Paramananda said already, like there's so many aspects of this affectionate beauty, what is real, what is transcendental, what is the force of nature in every aspect. That is the beauty that can save the world. That was a line that Srila Govinda Maharaj, and I think Pandita, you remember that on the Gaudiya Darshan? Yeah. Beauty will save the world. That are words of Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Jai. Yes, I remember that too. And that's a powerful 5 words. Oh, 5, yes, 5 words. And we are waiting for that day. It's just like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In future, there will be one religion. All will come under the banner of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we are waiting for that day. Whether we probably won't see it, but the new generation coming up.
Yeah.
Our Prabhu, he's got the upper hand behind everything here. And we're in the middle of the distribution. It's an ongoing process. It's not that now everything's been given and it's all going to stop. And indeed, Srila Guru Maharaj, at the end of our short reading today, he said, now it's up to you, to the next generation. He said, our generation, we are almost finished, he was saying. But he's saying, I am growing old and our generation is almost finished. Now you are all to participate and fully develop what they have begun. So what is going to be the future? Let us see. But when beauty will conquer the world, that will be a beautiful day, a wonderful day. And about affection, by the way, we've got Bhagavad Gita. Today also we heard like directly from the heart from Munindra Mohan Prabhu about the first time he read Bhagavad Gita when Krishna Kanta came back from India. And then she was very enthusiastic. She's taken connection with Gurudev. And she was bound by affection and bound by the wonderful personality and everything of Srila Gurudev. And she came back and she brought, which book was it? It was Bhagavad Gita and?
No, just he was reading so many different books.
Oh,
He
right.
didn't know which book to read. But
Right.
Finally, we remembered Govinda Maharaj told her to read Bhagavad Gita. She got
That-
Bhagavad Gita was one.
So you got the microphone?
No, Maharaj,
Just
please.
just repeat that. in the mic.
I was just saying that story Munindra Mohan Prabhu and Krishna Kanta Didi were telling, that Krishna Kanta came back from India after becoming Gurudev's disciple, and she didn't really know. Gurudev said, please read the books. But then she was so mesmerized with the whole experience that she did not elaborate it on which books. So she's back to Italy and she goes to the library and trying to find the books about Indian philosophy or mysticism or something. He said, well, they helped me to some degree. But then I remembered, oh, Govinda Maharaj told me you should read Bhagavad Gita. Then I went to ISKCON temple and I acquired Bhagavad Gita. And as soon as I started reading, immediately, all the questions were answered and so much inspiration and support was coming for her. And then immediately she called to Munindra Mohan, who was in his office, and said, you must read this book. And then Munindra had to go and buy the book too. And then he read the book, just started reading the book, and he was astonished. He said, all the questions, or everything I was looking for, that support in life, that wise personality that I've been looking my whole life for, it was there and everything was answered. So he was blown away.
And in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 29, there is a verse, Samoham Savabhuteshu Name Dveshyo Sti Na Priyaha Ye Bhajanti Tu Mang Bhaktya Mayi Te Teshu Chapyaham. And Sri Krishna saying, I am equal to all, so no one is my enemy or my friend. Yet, for those who serve me with love, as they are bound by affection for me, I am similarly bound by the tie of affection for them. Hare Krishna. So Bhagavad Gita giving us also our clues of life. Hare Krishna. Yes, actually. Okay, we have a question too. Pandita Rasamai Pandita Devidasi from Paramanandapur.
So today's theme is the power of affection. Can you elaborate?
The theme today is the power of affection. And then Paramanand was saying, can you elaborate upon that?
When I hear that expression, Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj just immediately comes to mind. Basically, he captured everyone with his most generous, unconditional affection and care, regardless of any qualification on our part. And I saw so many devotees come to him in darshan to his feet and be completely mesmerized, melted by his beauty, charm, care, affection, deep siddhanta. He basically conquered the world with his affection, and he extended. I always think about how he extended the highest thing, Srila Guru Maharaj's Siddhanta, to anyone, like widely. And he did that in the most sort of humble way. It was couched in such humility and embedded with love and affection. And I feel that movement is continuing to this day, and that's how powerful it is and will continue. But when we talk about true love, Srila Govinda Maharaj comes to mind. Yes. And that shloka by Raghunath Das Goswami comes to mind. The one about being totally indebted to Srila Gurudev. He's given us everything. How does it go again? Yeah. Just being completely indebted. He's given us everything. He's given us the holy name, the Dham. Like he's completely distributed everything to us, and affection and everything, and then we just feel like, I mean, Raghunath Das Goswami expresses this deep sentiment of indebtedness and gratitude, and unable to kind of reciprocate with the extent to which this divine gift has been extended. And those things come to mind when talking about love.
You'd say something just because it reminds me when she was speaking of Vindaraj, the power of affection. When the Westerners started coming to Srila Guru Maharaj, this was early 80s, late 70s. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he was a little bit wary. He knew he was older, and he didn't know if he could take care of these devotees, give them the guidance they need, and take on that responsibility. And Srila Govinda Maharaj told him, well, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of them, no problem. I'll look after them. And Srila Maharaj said, how are you going to do it? You don't even speak English. And Srila Govinda Maharaj said, oh, no problem. I know, eat, rest. So, but really what he knew was that what we are controlled by is affection. Like he was affection supreme, and he knew that what every person wanted in their devotional life was affection, and that he could give in abundance and in a transcendental way. So like that he knew like that what Srila Maharaj is giving, the real key to devotional life is affection. And through affectionate relationships with everything, with the environment, with others, then spiritual life is very easy.
Heart to heart. And we are the witness of that, by the way.
And the recipe.
My first breakfast in Navadip, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Srila Gurudev managing the distribution of prasadam, and essentially by movement, by gestures, yeah, essentially by gestures, and so jolly, such a jolly nature. And he was thin at that time. I mean, devotees generally know him as a little later portly, and you can say jolly and portly, but he was jolly and thin, and I mean, just so sweet, you can say. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's not remember too many things. Gurudev.
So many divine guardians.
Oh, come. Did you? Oh, you were not here. You came in just now.
Yes.
Oh, okay, because we were looking for you and the chair was empty. But the microphone does have to be close to your mouth. So either the top, either hold it or clip it on to your top of your sari.
And the theme is the power of affection.
Oh, come. Knows all about power of affection.
My dandavat to all of the Vaishnavas here and to you, Maharaj. This topic is so perfect, so beautiful. We truly live for this. And it's true that anyone who knows Srila Gurudev at all is reminded of exactly this. That's the primary lesson that we learn from him. On top of all of the vast Vedic knowledge and the very scholarly presentations of himself and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Saraswati Thakur, always giving these. And we see in all of his books as well. But perhaps what penetrates us the most is that he is emphasizing this affection. So naturally, that's the most attractive thing to us. Everybody in the world is looking for love. We know that. But what is actual love? And when we have such affection from a true Vaishnava, then we taste that and we can easily recognize anything that is not. And once having tasted that and being drawn into his idea of true family life, then he wants that we distribute that to everybody else as well. And that's how we interact with each other. And this completely colors his explanation of the verse that he wants us to learn thoroughly. Trinadapi suniche naturapi suishna amadena manadena kirtanaya sadahari. So behind all of our desire to learn to chant Hare Krishna and to continuously chant Hare Krishna this is the mood that he's requesting us to do. And we can't not be convinced.
I would like to be a devotee. Any tips?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Please.
I would just say follow those who are knowing Srila Gurudev, especially knowing him, not merely quoting, but truly having some experience of this truth.
Anyway, very beautiful. Today we've heard from one of our youngest speakers, and here we've heard from one of our most senior speakers. And I don't know if you were here when we were reading But the last part, which I just come back to again for a second time, is when Srila Guru said, I am growing old and our generation is almost finished. Now you are all to participate and fully develop what they have begun. And this is you, dear devotees. It's all of the living devotees, all the devotees who are here now. And so do take to heart this Krishna consciousness and do share it with others. This is what we've been given the instruction by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, by Nityananda Prabhu himself, by Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, by all, coming down to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who said, I began this movement as one voice, and now I've been joined by so many others who, with the same voice, the same message, are spreading this message of Mahaprabhu. So this is our call. And there's Srila Guru Maharaj that we're hearing today. Also a reminder, we are not just to keep it for ourselves, we must try to share with others. So the call of beauty, call of sweetness, the call of affection, and the call of the living form of that means our experiences, our relationship with Srila Gurudev, with Srila Guru Maharaj, and we know the affectionate nature of Srila Prabhupada, that Kumkum can directly share about that, and of Srila Saraswati Thakur and our guardians. The softest, sweetest, kindest thoughts coming from the greatest personalities. We just have to be sincere and faithful. These two words coming again and again. Sincere, faithful, and chaste. And we could probably add some more words, but chastity, that is there. And chastity means chastity to our gurus, to what is there. And not to go fishing around anywhere and everywhere, trying to think, oh, I'll get something different from another place. We are showing the place where we'll get our heart's content, fulfillment. Srila Gurudev's lotus feet, Srila Guru Maharaj's lotus feet, and Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Means Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's line. Hare Krishna. So, on this glorious day, a Monday festival in the series of every day is a festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math for those who participate, you, everybody. So it's a happy day with all of you, all of the devotees. We're able to chant the glories of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. So we are going to end with Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavai Namaha. We've got our mridanga players, plural. We've got our singers, we've got cartels. Only Zoom is not so smart at doing it, but we'll do our best. You don't have to stay in the sense of, I don't know how good the sound will be, but you don't have to stay anyway. We'll take the opportunity to give our jais to Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridharadev Goswami Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, our whole Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga, Ki Jai, and to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees here with us on our big screen, Ki Jai, and all the assembled devotees here in our little temple room, Ki Jai, and to Kumkum Devi Rasi Ki Jai. Very fortunate to again have her association, Vila Govinda. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Krita Sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Srila Bhakti Rangan Madhusudan Maharaj ki
Jai.
I am not responsible for the behavior of all of the devotees. And oh yes, also Mayeshwari sent a message, but she had to go. So it's kind of her to leave a message. Okay. So Hari Harai Nama Krishna, led by, who's been very quiet inside here. Ananda Sundari has arrived today from London, and she can lead, and we've got our mridanga player, Abhinav Sundari, hiding behind here. We've got devotees. We always tell them, please look at the camera. If you can't see the camera, it can't see you. but they are so humble, they are hiding. Abhinava Sundar Prabhu singing, oh no, playing Mridanga, and the others, and Ananda Sundari singing today. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. And I'm going to turn the other way. Yes. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Shri Giriraj Govardhan Shri Bala Gopal Ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupa Guru Baba ki
Jai.
Nitai Gaur.
Hari Bol.